And just before we finally draw the curtain on our assessment of 2012 events, tonight we take a look at the aviation industry. Well, 2012 remains a turning point for the aviation sector in Nigeria as the Dana crash of June the 3rd and 2 helicopter crashes killing notable Nigerians tainted the 6-year accident-free record of the sector. We now take a look at some of the major events that shaped the aviation sector in the past year.
No mangled fuselage in sight. Even the rubble from the collapsed building no longer clutter the crash site on Olani and Kokola streets in the Ijushaga area of Lagos. But the unfortunate air crash accident of June 3, 2012, that left about 153 people on board and some ground victims dead, remains a catalyst for most of the occurrences in the aviation sector in 2012. First, the suspension of Dana Air's operating license and a preliminary report of the crash, citing complete loss of power from 2 engines.
We are hoping that they will contain useful information that will make us to arrive at a conclusion with very good safety recommendations to prevent future occurrences.
That didn't divert attention from Dana crash for long, as 132 bodies of victims of the crash were released 66 days later. One connecting incident to the release that almost sent the living to join the dead was the assault on photojournalist Benedict Uwalaka.
Take it, just take it, keep taking it. Jabari.
6 months after the accident, the effect of the Dana crash refused to go away. House of Representative members insisted the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority Director General must go and the airline's license revoked.
Those in favor that this House adopts the recommendations as approved by the Committee of the Whole say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Basically, Dana went through what we call a recertification process for the IOC to be reissued to them by NCA.
Another issue that dominated the sector was the compensation of victims' relatives and ground victims.
In paying claims of that nature, you require a probate registry to issue an administrator letter. This normally takes time, 4 years to even get it. So they have to fast track it so that is why they have to involve government at that level so that they can issue a common letter to all of them. And of course, whether you like it or not, they still have to follow the due process.
The call for the return of a national carrier also generated mixed feelings. Looking away from this to the positive, the airport remodeling exercise of the federal government appeared to have yielded fruit as the 648 million naira general aviation terminal in Lagos was commissioned late October. While Benin and Kano airports have also reached completion, the Delta State government also opened the Asaba International Airport to traffic. Much later, the federal government announced the removal of taxes and tariffs on airline spare parts, one decision operators did not fail to hail.
Removal of spare parts duty will help, and it's a great thing. I want to thank Mr. President and the Honorable Minister for Aviation for initiating it and ensuring that Mr. President gives that to the airline industry. Away
from the positive to non-civil aviation crashes that took the life of the Deputy Inspector General of Police, John Haruna in Jos, and the December 15 naval helicopter crash, where the former National Security Advisor, Andrew Zazi, Kaduna State Governor, Patrick Yakowa, and 4 others met their untimely death.
Okay. To the plane.
Thankfully, Nigeria was saved another aviation disaster where a Qatar flight from Doha to Lagos miraculously landed with no casualties after losing a tire. Bukola Joe Oketumbi, Channels Television News.